Okay, a couple things I want to do. Let's start with the do search. Yeah. When did it start doing that? They always did that? Hmm. Okay, what you got for us, Lalai? Shatoto. Welcome back, Glide of the Black. I sense the dark powers and you are ever burgeoning. Pray tell, where have your travels taken you since last we met? A great mage. A journey to another world, you say? Intriguing indeed. Consider me impressed and even a bit envious. How you were able to peer into the past of the Archmage Nilbert and form a bond across the age, as with his young friend Tainer. The circumstances are not entirely the same. I cannot help but think back to my own encounter with the great Shatoto. Speaking of which, I too have been keeping myself occupied, while I have recorded every detail we learned on our last venture in writing, that we might preserve Shatoto's knowledge for posterity and avert any similar calamity that may threaten future generations. Just the other day, I put this finishing touches on the final chapter of the final volume, concluding with Shatoto's departure. There is, however, one lingering. Oh, fancy that! I come to check up on Lalai, and here and who do I find but our own friend Glide, the White Mage. Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite smutton-headed hero. I need neither your support nor your sympathy, but I suppose you've never been one to let that stop you. Come now, Lalai. You yourself mentioned that you were at a loss for what to do with the records you had described us. Yes? Simply hope to inquire as to whether there have been any fruitful developments on that. So you mean to rub salt in my wounds, yes? There has been no developments, fruitful or otherwise. I consulted with my brothers and sisters at the other order of Naldal. To that last man they refused to even entertain the thought. Consulted with the... Do you mean to say that you are still a member of the order? Why, I had always assumed that you had been excommunicated for your pursuit of the dark arts. Excommunicated simply for the pursuit of knowledge? Perish the thought, though to be fair, there are many holier than thou types in the order who share this pig-headed hearer's opinion. Irrespective of this, the fact remains that the order sealed away countless tomes in their vaults. They forbid the art of black magic. Storing my own writings with them, I would argue, is the most logical option. No, they are too prudish and prejudiced against yours truly to listen to reason. Again, perhaps in a thaumaturge is good standing with the order were to put in a good word on my behalf. Okay. Excellent. You ask what? You guys? Etheric power within her is shifting, warping in ways that I have not felt before. As for why this is, I cannot yet be sure. Till we discover more, pray look after her, will you? Yeah, yake. Swear, for a veteran of the order, she has all the sense of a simpering child. Glad, well, this is an unexpected surprise, and not an entirely unpleasant one, though it is by no fault of your own. The unmitigated gall of you, Lalai. Did you honestly believe that dragging poor Glide here, against his will no doubt, would convince me to agree to housing your shameful scribblings in our archives? I said it once, and I will say it again. Until the day you renounce the depraved teachings of Kukuruka, you will find no friends here. I would see these books burn before I give them a home here, for our sake and for your own. I swear, despite that pretentious monocle, you remain as blind as a bat to the big picture. Light of the black. Talk some sense into the overstuffed secretary. Should the tombs not be sealed away for safekeeping? At least one of us here is capable of communicating like an adult. I will grudgingly admit that there is one other who shares Lalai's sentiments. In fact, it is none other than our very own guildmaster, Master Kokobusi? What's the name again? Kokobuki. Does not surprise me in the least. I'm glad. Let us present our case to someone wise enough to understand it. Where is the pussy? I was wondering who might be behind the screaming and stamping that echoed all the way to this chamber. Sister Lalai, was it? Yes, it is true. I find myself rather convinced by the young lady's arguments. It is all but impossible for us to prevent any and all from studying the dark arts. Why then not keep this dangerous knowledge close at hand, where we keep an ever watchful eye on those who pursue it? And yet I fear that my own view is not a popular one, and my powers to influence the others is far from absolute. So I would offer a proposal. Let us state our case directly to the head of the order, to Prioress Dulala herself, as she might pass judgment. You and Lalai shall argue in favor of accepting the tomes, and those opposing shall argue against. If all go well, the Prioress will agree to propose the proposal, and the tomes will be a safe home. Yet the plan is not without risk. Should the argument be less than convincing, there remains a chance Dulala may expressly forbid any further research. Why, if she is in a particularly foul mood, your very place in the order may suddenly become quite tenuous. As if there is a chance my words could be anything but persuasive, I accept. Pray summons the Prioress at her earliest convenience. That settles it. We'd better hurry and prepare our argument. Of our enemy's earshot, of course. Come with me, Glide. This is our chance, Glide. We simply must convince the Prioress at all costs. The future of our art depends on it. What is this curious sensation? I knew something was amiss. The aether within you is transforming in a most unusual way. I must admit, I have not felt quite myself lately. My head feels as heavy as a stone. No, this will not do. I'm afraid I must insist that you submit to a full examination before the hearing commences. Lalai, can you hear me? Someone fetch a healer or... Oh, wait, that's me. This is no time for panicking, friend. We must carry her to the Profinity. I feared as I suspected. The etheric balance within her has broken down entirely, and unchecked energies are now eating away at her from within. I can only assume that playing most of Shatoto's memories has put a terrible strain on her, one from which she has yet to completely recover. Yes, it would seem that her mind and spirits are in mortal peril. I have never witnessed this degree of etheric imbalance before. Do not suppose you have. See. We can assume that the memories of Shatoto taking up residence in Lalai's corporeal form stimulated her etheric flow, causing it to shift violently in an astral direction, and it only stands to reason we could restore balance by introducing a counteracting umbral aspect. Out of 12, I think I've got it. Yet the process will not be quick, nor easy. I suppose we've no choice but to ask Master Kokobuki to delay the hearing. Delay the hearing? Have you lost what little wits you had? Why, if word got out that my condition was the result of my pursuit of the dark arts, it would all but seal Yayaka's case against me. Oh? No, we must proceed as planned before our opponents are the wiser. Glide, here's my magnum opus, the fruits of all we went through together. I leave them in your capable hands. Go on ahead, and I will be along in due time. Are you mad? You can't possibly mean to attend the proceedings in your current condition. Of course not. Fortunately, I Just so happened to know a hero who, despite being an insufferable stick in the mud, has proven himself more than capable in the healing arts. Lalai. Very well. Leave it to me. I'll see that you are back on your feet before the judgment is turned in. Until then, I suppose it is up to Glide here. Godspeed, my friend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where am I? The hell? The Alchemist Guild? Oh. The hell? I will be joining the proceedings a touch late, you say? That is most unlike her, to say the least. He has entrusted the rights to you. Very well. Any luck, we will be able to use them to our advantage. Now, allow me to see them. Iris, be here all too soon. Alai has not even the courtesy to arrive on time to the hearing she herself requested. I swear the woman's selflessness knows no bounds. I move that her request be dismissed immediately. It is for her own good. Her own good? Yes, it is as I suspected. You speak from your own experience, don't you, child? I recall that you, too, once took an unpopular position in support of your erstwhile master Mamoto, one that earned you only the ire of your brothers and sisters. Yes, and what of it? I fought for a hopeless cause that in the end served only to isolate me from my peers. Is it so wrong that I wish to save Alai from a similar fate? Must abandon this farce at once, enter a rightful place in the order. This I cannot agree. In the short time before the proceedings, I perused what I could of these tomes. Their pages are rich not only forbidden secrets of black magic, but accounts of astounding phenomena, the likes of which even I could scarcely imagine. Alai conducted her research without the support or interference of the Order, and the fruits that research has borne cannot be denied. While our guild could not support 1,000 others like her, I see little to gain from stifling woman's passion, and forcing her to work within such rigid rules and regulations. Lala. Merits, both arguments are not lost to me, and yet I must confess a degree of ignorance about the matter at hand. All know that black magic was forbidden for its role in bringing disaster to our world, yet you will practice this art. Tell me, adventurer, is this magic as calamitous as the rumors say? It depends on who wields it and to what end. If I understand you correctly, you would argue that in the right hands, even the art of destruction might serve the greater good. Yet how are we to be certain that this Sister Lalai can be trusted with such potential ruinous knowledge? Not the healer. My apologies, Parvis. By your leave, I will tell my tale. black magic is an inherently dangerous art that I cannot and will not deny. Never would I suggest that even a single mage pursue this path, without full knowledge of the perils that lie ahead. That's precisely why I have recorded in painstaking detail not only the arcane knowledge I have gleaned, but every last one of the myriad phenomena, both wondrous and terrifying, I have experienced in its pursuit. Unbreakable bonds formed with beastmen who we once thought our sworn enemy, bodies and souls consumed by the pursuit of knowledge, forbidden knowledge, and unspeakable calamity revisited upon our world after millennia. We must leave this knowledge to posterity, that our sons and daughters do not repeat the mistakes of our past. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. This is the crux of your argument, yes? Very well, Master Kokobuki. I hereby order you to establish a research organization under the auspices of your guild to further study the impact of black magic. I also grant you permission to store the aforementioned tomes in your archives, under the condition that Sister Lalai oversees them. Understood. I will see that both the tomes and Lalai herself find a safe home within our halls. I am still not entirely convinced, but if the Guildmaster himself is willing to accept responsibility, I have no reason to oppose. Iris Dulala, Master Kokobuki, I cannot thank you enough. Mark my words, you will not regret this decision. I will see to it that this knowledge is passed down as it should be, that the errors of our past will never be repeated. To think that a day would come that our arts would be recognized once more. Where is she? One thing I will say for Lalai, she is passionate about her beliefs. Worry not, I will see that she is treated fairly by her brothers and sisters. Well, I do believe the proceedings went about as well as could be expected. I suppose this means that Lalai is now directly under my supervision. I don't think you'll be getting free reign around here simply because I vouch for you, child. I expect regular reports on any and all your findings. Only through transparency will black magic ever be accepted by doubters and skeptics. Understood. I shall begin to prepare my first report at once, but before that, there is another with whom I'd like to share these tidings. That is, by your leave, Guildmaster. I believe you know who I speak with. He awaits us at the Sacrarium. Oh, well, dare say a moment. Once again, allow you. Back in black. Oh, that was something. Nimpo! This bow makes no sense. Actually, what is this? Can I hide this? That's good. Where's the repair? Oh, Boro's big idea. Thought you'd evade me for good, did you? Well, see who has the last laugh. Lie! Try to call me. Don't sneak up on me like that. Because of course I felt your presence. Guess I was simply deep in thought, that is all. But I dare say for good reason. For you see, I finally tracked down that elusive bird, and I'm ready to seize him by the wings and take back what is mine. I speak, of course, of that blasted Karasu. Ever since he escaped from half of the forbidden scroll, I have not let up the search for a moment. Today, at long last, I have found him. Truly, this is a reason to rejoice. Do you not agree? And yet, the act of stealing the scroll back will not prove so simple, which is why your arrival is truly a gift from the heavens. You will aid me in the task, will you not? It will be just like old times. Once again, I owe you my gratitude. Now, let us get down to brass tracks, as Jack would say. My shinobi have certain that Karasu has once again returned to Eorzea shores to ply his trade, such as it is in the shadows of the black markets. Furthermore, they say he has taken up residence in a secret secluded grove in La Nisea, known as the Hermit's Hovel. You know this place, yes? Let us meet up there. I will share with you the ingenious details of my plan. I'll go on my own, ahead on my own. We do not want to attract attention after all. Thank you for coming, lad. Now, without further ado, let me explain precisely how I intend to recover the scroll from Karasu's clutches. Colleagues and I have been observing the man closely for a fortnight or so. One would assume otherwise. He is actually a man of remarkably consistent routine. He carries a scroll in a case that never leaves his side, say that it is for when he goes for his daily bath, precisely the same hour each day. I had a mind to lift the scroll from his possessions while he was otherwise occupied, much as we did with Sakura Row at one time in Kugane, but would you believe it? Almost as if by magic, no sooner than as he entered the bath and he is out again, scroll at his side and fully dressed in that garish garb of his. That is where you come in. Worry not, this will not involve any high wire walking of elaborate disguises. I simply intend to invite the man to share a drink and thereby delay his departure. In the meantime, you are to sneak into the bathhouse and steal away with the scroll. Ingeniously plotted, would you not say? And need only lull Karasu into a false sense of security with my impeccable acting skills. The scroll is as good as ours. Could go wrong. So let us Put the plan in action. Let us make for the hovel. Separately, of course. Find yourself suitable cover and wait for me to lure the crow away. We shall meet again here once you have safely recovered the scroll. Why's the Black Mage quest on trial? Oh, but what's this? Our hero arrives for a relaxing soak in his favorite spring, only to be stared down by his self-styled rival and realm-renowned oaf Oboro the Dim. You not yet had your fill of being outwitted and embarrassed by your betters? Spare me the bombast and blustered, Karasu. I stand before you today with an offer of peace. We are countrymen, and there was once a time when we called each other friend. Has our conflict not persisted long enough? So let us lay down our weapons for a day. Let us soak in these soothing waters, reminisce about times gone by, and see if we can put out petty differences behind us. Why, I've even brought a bottle of Hingen rice wine for the occasion. Astonishing, incredible. Has the dim one lost his wits? Does he believe that a few flowery words are enough to pull the wool over the crow's keen eyes while he steals away with the scroll? The audience gasps as the sheer audacity. Believe me or do not, the choice is yours, but this I swear, I have no interest in seeing the two halves of that accursed scroll united. On the contrary, with one half safely sealed away in our village and the other in the hands of the realm's most elusive ninja, the forbidden mudra will never be wielded again, and I would not have it any other way. Furthermore, I have recently found enlightenment of a sort. At long last, I have realized that your skill with ninjutsu far exceeds my own. Even had I once desired to steal the scroll back from me, I am now painfully aware that doing so is entirely beyond my abilities. Oh, well, color me surprised. The boy's actually grown half a brain since last we met. But aren't you being a bit naive, Bobo? After all, what's to stop me from simply returning to our village, effortlessly incapacitating our elders and seizing the other half of the scroll for myself? I know you too well, Karasu. It is not power that you crave, but freedom. You have worked too long, too hard to cast off the shackles of our village to risk losing it all over a single scroll. The audience gasps. Why, I do believe that's the single most intelligent utterance ever escaped the dim one's lips. Very well then, I'm feeling generous today, so I do believe I'll entertain your offers, though for your sake I do hope that the rice wine we've brought is a good vintage. I simply can't abide poor taste in beverages, you see? What's going on over here? Wandering Mistral's greatest mysteries revealed. Mastering Mahjong. Okay. What? go up there? What? I didn't know you could go up here. What the heck? I tried that before. Ooh. I don't know what's happening now. You return, friend, and with the scroll safely in your grasp, no doubt, let me examine it, that I might ascertain its authenticity. Yes, yes, there can be no doubting it. This is indeed the forbidden mudra I sought. After all these years, finally have I outwitted that accursed crow. And yet, we must be wary. No doubt Karasu has already realized that something is amiss. Let's reconvene at the storehouse before he can pick up our trail. See here. Be back right quick. Always find something good. Welcome back, Glide. Do forgive me if I am a bit giddy. I still cannot quite believe that I outwitted Karasu for once. My plans have a habit of firing back, as they say. Why, you should have seen him. So convincing was my act that by the time we were through, he was submitting and slurring his words so much that you'd think he'd drown a whole bathtub's worth of rice wine. God's piss, lad. Shut your gob. Every coven more moms can hear you blabbing. Captain Jack, a pleasure as always. Do forgive me my outbursts. I was merely celebrating with our mutual friend here my most remarkable triumph over cursed Karasu. Oh there, Glide. Always a pleasure to see a dimmer damber like yourself back in town. I trust your stabbers haven't dulled none since last we met. Anyways, between this reunion and Alboro's hard-won victory, I reckon we've got cause to celebrate. What say we drag our noob beaters back to downtown and yaffle ourselves a bite at the Bismarck? A splendid idea, my friend. How I would enjoy nothing more than to share this joyous moment with my boon companions. To the Bismarck then, and the first round is on me. That's the spirit. I'll send ahead a underfoot and a stray. More the banner. After all, been too long since we had a right little rogue family reunion. Upstanding fellow as ever, that Captain Jack. But it is somewhat bittersweet, is it not? Now that my long-standing pursuit of Karasu has come to a close, I find myself in search of a new mission, a new purpose in my life, such as it were. I have no intention of returning to the cramped confines of my village, and yet I am uncertain where my abilities might best avail the people of this realm. Pray tell, what sort of adventures have you been occupying yourself with of late? Did battle with a great hunter. What's that you say? Exist worlds out there than our own? You are having a jest at Oboro's expense, old friend. Let it be known, I do not find it amusing. No, I can tell that what you say is this in earnest? Consider me intrigued, though forgive me if I am not in a hurry to seek out the means to travel there. No, I will bide my time here in Eorzea and carefully ponder my future. At any rate, we mustn't keep Jack and the others waiting. I will make for the Bismarck as soon as I attend to my affairs here. Why don't you travel on ahead? Oh, whoops, we're going here. And just like that, the scroll was mine again. And so I say, who is the dim one now, you damned girl? You've told that tale thrice over already. The mutton here yet? I'm right bandit, I say. I will tell it over again, my good captain. After all, it is no small feat to triumph over Karasu. Okay. Quite possibly the most supremely skilled shinobi our village, nay, our world has ever known. Say that again. Wait, you already have. But my friends, be on your guard. That Oboro is a fake. Wait, what in the... There's two of them. Wait, what nonsense is this? The sheer gall of this man. Clearly, if anyone here is a fake, it is the madman standing in the middle of this fine establishment, stripped down to nothing but his undergarments. I don't know, Jack. They both look right convincing to me. Come on. This a Mandeville quest? Jack's glazes say the same. Only the real Oboros be daft enough to stumble into the place stripped down to his skivvies. Oh, fine then. I tire this drab old disguise anyhow. Karasu, does your villainy know no bounds? Villainy? You wound me, Oboro. Why, after I learned the art of illusion from the overstuffed Lord What's-His-Name, I simply thought I would put it to use and have a little fun. We did have fun, didn't we? I must say, Oboro, your friends are far more entertaining than you are. I dare say you could learn a thing or two from them, but, well, I suppose all good things must come to an end till we meet again. Farewell. Off like a crow in the night is the bat. Don't be too hard on yourself, boy. He had us all wrecked. Anyhow, now that's all Bob's, I reckon it's about time we took our due beaters to the sisters. Come along too, Oboro. I'll get you something to cover yourself up a bit. Say what you will about Jack's fashion sense, is certainly one of a kind. That's one of Jack's favorite clothes outfits, the poor... What? What is this? What do you say, Glide? I reckon the lad's looking sharper than ever. Got the drip? Captain Jack was kind enough to lend me some garb from his personal wardrobe. They are rather, how might I describe it, sophisticated, stylish, dashing, and delightful. Did I tell you, and did I tell you? Boy, Jack's got you looking thinner than ever before. Every run, Doxy and Limsa won't be able to take your glazes off you. Nor can I, and not in a good way. In any event, I owe you all, especially you, Glide, an apology for this most unfortunate turn of events. I had thought my plans flawless, but unfortunately I had neglected to account for one thing, the possibility that Karasu's tolerance for Hingen rice wine might be considerably higher than my own. I cannot say for sure precisely what happened. All I know is that one moment we were engaged in a most delightful conversation, and the next I was lying on a cot, a hovel with nothing but my undergarments on me. Suspecting that something was amiss, I dashed back to the doctor's storehouse as quick as my legs could carry me, only to find neither you nor Karasu present, my personal wardrobe completely empty to boot. Dimmer damber as always, that one getting you some new studs was one thing, but clawing that skull back from Karasu is going to be a whole nother matter. Damn it all, but mark my words, that scoundrel will not get away with his villainy this time. No, I must return to the storehouse at once and draw up a plan to retrieve what is rightfully mine. For all the lads of Wigan, damn if he didn't actually seem pleased with the turn. Promise me you'll drop in on Oboro and lend him your dabbles. Against the ninja. And how was the Black Mage? Who made the person that made the Black Mage quest is not the same person who made the Ninja quest. That is for sure. Machinist. Oh, Hilda! Ah, Glide, my prospectometer never fails. I knew your own well-honed instincts would alert you to my current turmoil. It's our faithful Joy who concerns me. Her behavior has been awfully odd of late, frequent outings to parts unknown, electing secretive, that sort of thing. Reminds me of the time her father was being held captive, and I worry that she once more finds herself the victim of nefarious circumstances. That is, as they say, where you come in. An adventurer and machinist of your caliber would have little trouble discerning the severity of her situation discreetly, of course. I would make a few subtle inquiries myself. I fear that Joy, her senses on edge as they are, would soon detect the attempt. As fortune would have it, she only just left on one of her mysterious outings. You should be able to catch her in the vicinity of St. Ranyet's Farm if you need me. Sorry, Joy. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. I just got here myself, as a matter of fact, but you best be getting along all the same. Alright, today's the day. I can feel it. Champion. Your business in the city with my sister, mayhap? I thought I spied her in the crowd, making her way to the forum. This is Hilda's brother, Muscadine. So Lord Stephanie is concerned for Joy then? Well, he has placed his trust in the right agent. It is discretion he requires. It happens, I may even have information of use to you. It has been brought to my attention that Joy and Hilda have been spotted together in Falcon's Nest on more than one occasion. They've been both earn a measure of fame here at Ishgard, you see, sufficient to warrant a curious mention to the Temple Knights. The two of them are seen traveling as a pair. I'm somewhat curious about Hilda's activities myself. I shall leave investigations in your careful hands. Oh, Glide, welcome back. Were you able to divine aught of consequence? What's Hilda, he say? What in the hell's names? The people in my scum. There you are, Glide. Had you any idea how famous our machinists have become? I had only mentioned Joy and Hilda by name to be inundated with a veritable flood of rumors. It would seem our unlikely pair are en route to the Black Iron Bridge, and just like that, we have our next destination. I think they should remove fog weather from the game. Like it doesn't do anything good. It does more bad than good. Or ambiance or whatever. Or immersion. We don't need fog. It just makes us so we can't see stuff. Like, we can't see the beauty of the game. The ladies are supposedly on their mystery errand somewhere in this area. Let us have a good look around. Shots from a firearm. There can be no mistaking the orders. Come, we might have a better view from the edge of the cliff. It's no good. I forgot nothing. What about you, Joy? Me mind's a blank, easy enough to say, but a damn sight harder to do, huh? Always had an instructor before, showing us the way. Not surprising we'd stumble a bit trying to come up with stuff on our own. They had the same teacher. I suppose I thought we'd had made more progress by now. Are you sure we shouldn't ask his lordship for a little advice? That'd defeat the purpose then, wouldn't it? If we were to stand on our own 2 feet, then we need to work this out ourselves. Aye, you've the right of it. We just keep shooting then, and hope we find our target. Let's move on. Keep meaning to ask, but how in the bloody hell do you do that? You flick off the hair bands when you draw your weapon, or...? No time for questions, Zelda. Your breathing be better spent searching for new things to shoot. Do. 'Twas I who dreamed up the machinist and Rosenthal who helped bring the idea into being. The machine we put together, well, that was driven forward by the likes of you and Joy and Hilda. Then, as naturally as I had planned it, you and those two ladies took charge of my designs. 'Tis a strange feeling how widely the needle flicks, tricks of inventor's pride and an inventor's longing. It would seem, however, that our comrades are experiencing some difficulties with the particulars of developing new techniques, a problem to which we might offer a solution. But in light of their efforts to achieve independence, to simply begin allowing directives seems boorish. Do you have any ideas on how to proceed? Give them an example of what's possible. Find proposal, but what should we display? Answers right here. You stand with peak fashion, the living embodiment of all it means to be a machinist. What you need to do is demonstrate the techniques you have acquired and refined over the course of your illustrious career. What could possibly be more inspiring? Okay. Are they around? Nicely done. Tell me, where did you learn such control and power? Falls beyond the scope of my prospectometer. Oh? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Where'd they go? My thanks, God. I have been at a complete loss in this matter, were it not for your invaluable assistance. I imagine I'm not the only one singing your praises this day. Speaking of which, look at you two. Look at these. You are. Seems we're right. Rather brusque greeting, even for you, dear Hilda. Something on your minds? Well, it was awfully convenient for Glide to put on a grand show of skills just as we were scratching our noggins out with new techniques. I'll wager it was me lordship that what had him pulling this trigger. How did you... What did you think? Was you were being sneaky? A notoriously helpful champion of Ishgard popping up right where and when we needed him? Unlikely. It's not that we're ungrateful, you see. We was trying so hard to fall on your weight. It was like being lost at sea and finding an island that's not on the map. A bit perplexing, but welcome all the same. I guess what we're trying to say is that you've given us our bearings and a firm footing to stand charting on our own course. This fucking machine. And there you have it, further proof that my prospectometer was in fine working order when it first chirped in your presence. Yeah, whatever. Right, well, we've said our piece. It's time we get back to squeezing them triggers. Keep an eye out, your lordship. Soon enough, we'll be the ones showing you what a machinist can do. My subterfuge truly so transparent, but how swiftly my charges have grown. How easily did it slip my notice. So unlike the deliberate evolutions of my intentions. Let us not forget your outstanding development. I dare say no barrage of shots has ever proven so instructional. Thank you again, Glide, and do feel free to drop by the manufactured from time to time, even when we're not threatened by some peace-shattering crisis. I'm not a machinist. I'm not a man. I just, I don't know. Still thinking about this Black Mage quest. Oh god, here we go. Where's this guy even? Yeah. I'm probably just gonna skip through this Bard quest. Like, I don't care much for any of the characters. What are all these quests? Oh. Are they gonna bring back the Archers characters? They come here to bring me to the Archers Guild, but sorry, the level 1 to 30 quests were good. Level 30 to 70. Sleep. Sanson. We fought the Empire too, my unit and I. I'm skimming through this and I'm like, huh? Actually, I was on autopilot. I was thinking about Eureka. Hook no poking. Yo, you know you're not. Why did they just abandon those archer characters? Like, we haven't mentioned them at all since becoming a bard. I'm pretty sure. You here. Anything's worth the chance to perform with you. Oh damn, fuck. I'm gonna perform at the Sea of Clouds. Huh? Da da dee da da da. Da da dee da da da. So what's the plan? Oh god. Oh, I didn't teach them the Castellan theme. It would have been cool if they actually, you know, had someone sing it and not have, like, what is the beat? I can't sing this. By the gods, so this is what it means to perform with all your heart. We'll lend our power through song. We want to be bards too. Even this was better than the Black Mage one. Alright, what's next? This guy recycled Ben, man. I actually need level 80 stuff. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? The Legend of Musosai. Glide, how good of you to pay me a visit, and now of all times. You see, I'm about to depart for years here to visit Master Musosai's grave, to tell him of our victory over Ugetsu. That you should come to me at this juncture is most fortuitous. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me on this journey? Thank you, my friend. And lest you wonder, I've not forgotten about Momozigo. I would call on him as well. Upon arriving, let us first go to the quicksand. Already, this is better than Black Mage one. I think Ninja has the best class quest in the game, so overall. Well, I haven't played yet. Of all I've played, I guess. Where am I going? I'm afraid Momozingo isn't here. According to the folk here, he is in the midst of preparing for another spectacle. Well, I'm curious to see what he has in store. We shouldn't keep Master Musosai waiting. Let's go to his grave first. The place was the Silver Bazaar, if I recall correctly. Come, let us be on our way. Wait, what? Oh. What's she saying? He already knows we're going to the grave. That's his surprise. He's got a surprise for us. I don't even know. I need to maximize my UI even more. I was thinking maybe put the chat up here. This main story quest thing. What is this? Do I even need that to be shown? Like, this is... yeah, I don't need this. I do all quests. Like... do I even have... I mean, I guess it doesn't show here. I'll do that later. The town is much livelier than I recall, and there are folk attired as samurai besides. Curious. But come, Master Musasai awaits. Curious indeed. Wait, what? Where are they? I don't see anyone attired as a samurai. Oh wait, no, you. No, she's not. Who's dressed like a samurai? What the? Here they are. What? I'm rather partial to his pupil. Look no further. Honor Friend? You may not remember me, but my name is Honor Friend. We met but briefly when you found me despairing of life under my ruthless father. After that day, I left Ishgard behind and took to wandering the realm. Soon after arriving in Ul'dah, I learned Master Musasai had passed away. Though I did not learn his name until later, his words saved me. The least I can do is to offer my prayers in return. Poggies. Raban. Let me mount up. We did it, Master Musasai. With Glide standing with us, we defeated Ugetsu and put an end to his madness. And your teachings, your legacy, they live on in the Sekisagumi, so please rest easy. Just done. Thank you for accompanying me. I won't stand for this mummery. Sounds like trouble. Let us go and see what is afoot. Dressing like a samurai. Don't make you one. You bastards sully Master Musasai's memory. Is this the guy we beat in the quest? It's the hell's balls. It's you. That man knows you and Master Musasai both. I would find out who he is. We have him, Glide. Ooh, forgive me, I've learned my lesson. Since you trounced me on the ship, I've mended my ways. A steer grain. Yeah, I'm a Stigrin, the bodyguard to a serial killer who thought he could take you on. But I've stopped selling my sword to crooks. I led an honest life, now selling toad oil. It seems to me the evil in this man has been excised. You have not to fear from Glide. Please be at ease and tell us of the cause of your earlier outburst. You see, after I saw what a true samurai could do, I knew I wanted to become one too, so I sought Masamusa-sai out, hoping he'd make me out on his pupil, only to learn he'd already passed away. Since then, I've been visiting his grave every day in order to get inspiration. Recently, though, someone's been telling the tale of Masamusa-sai's quest and to right wrongs at the quicksand. On account of that, people started dressing up like samurai, flocking to his grave like it's some god's damn spectacle. But they're false, the whole lot of them, falser than I ever was. I had the honor of knowing Masamusa-sai. That Masamusa-sai I knew would be glad if his tale inspired others to follow in his footsteps. Though he was a solitary man, he did not spurn the company of others. I don't believe he would mind the crowds. Really? Well, I suppose you'd know better than me, but of course. Might be a master Musa-sai is gone, but you were his pupil. I beg you, teach me how to be a true samurai like you. Glide has much demands on his time and is not in a position to take on pupils. But if you are determined to learn, I invite you to come to Kugane. I can introduce you to schools of swordsmanship. You mean I can train in the Far East, where it all began? I'd love nothing more. It'd be a dream come true. Very well. A long journey is better than its company. Let's return to Kugane together. Though I wonder, this someone who has been telling the tale of Masamusa-sai's quest. It seems to me it could only be one person. It would be a shame to have come all this way and not see our friend. Let us return to quicksand again. Why is he here? Chance me to say I don't actually know much of Master Musa-sai. I'd be interested in hearing his tale. As I had suspected, Momozigo is indeed our storyteller, and as luck would have it, he's about to begin another session. We got a packed house. He changed up his whole getup. Gather ye round, one and all, and listen to my tale. tale that began with an unlikely meeting between a young adventurer and an elderly samurai hailing from the Far East. Known as Musosai, the samurai took on challenges upon the blood sands. Many answered his call, but none had an answer to his transcendent swordsmanship. For a time, it seemed that he would go undefeated. But there came one unassuming adventurer, wielding the katana, a foreign weapon he had theretofore never held. He fought with heart and skill to claim victory. Eh? After journeying the realm over, vanquishing evil together, never could the adventurer have imagined that for his final test he must vanquish Musosai himself. Left with no recourse, he drew his katana and faced his friend and master. A grueling battle unfolded, neither side yielding a single elm. The adventurer brought his all to bear, but he was matched at every turn by Musosai, who unleashed technique after deadly technique, betraying no signs of the illness that ravaged his body. At the end of a contest of equals, it was the younger samurai who dealt the final blow to emerge the victor. His master had trained him well. As he lay battered and bloodied on the snow, Musosai demanded that his pupil finish it. Shutting his eyes tight, the adventurer raised his katana. Whoosh! The blade traced a vicious act. Vicious act? What? Arc? Role players, man. And cleaved empty air. The adventurer had excised evil in Musosai, as Musosai himself had done for those who could yet be redeemed. So it was that elderly samurai found peace in this final moment. It is said that his soul now rests atop the cliff by the Silver Bazaar, where he gazes out at the setting sun. Somewhere out there, the young adventurer continues his noble master's legacy, fighting for justice and vanquishing evil wheresoever it should exist. So ends my tale, The Legend of Musosai. Thank you all for your kind attention. You know, it's harder to do this with you lot in the audience, but it's good to see you all. Even Mr. Fake Samurai. You're doubtless wondering how I fell into my new calling. Well, during my trip to Kogane, I had a chance to hear a storyteller at the Mujikoza. I knew right away that this is what I wanted to do, what my gift of the gob was meant for. That was a masterful and heartfelt retelling. I pray that you will continue to share the tale of Master Musosai with all the world. You depend on it. Though, of course, if I'm to be a storyteller worth my salt, I'll need some variety in my repertoire. Clyde, you're still out there doing your adventuring, aren't you? Don't you have any new tales to share that could make for a good yarn? By the 12, your quest to right wrongs took you across the rift into another world. Truth really is stranger than fiction. Why, thanks, Clyde. This will be a splendid addition to my tales. I'm afraid it is time we sought our ship. Brief it though it was, I'm glad for our reunion. I'm going to train hard in Hingashi, and I'm gonna come back a real samurai. Just you watch. If your travels should bring you to Kogane again, please come and seek me out at the barracks. Till next time. Eastern bound. I think the pretender would have a change of heart and try to become a true samurai. The old man will be pleased. It goes to show Musasai's legacy truly lives on in you, Glide, and it takes root even in the hearts of those you've sliced up. Keep fighting the good fight, my friend. Remember to visit me from time to time to share more of your tales. We'll see about that. Alright. Calm down. Sam, I am. Alright, well that's all those quests. Next, it's time to level up. Two. 3.2% of succession. 1 to 7 hells? No, why is that chance so bleeding low? There can stability detected within the weapon. Fusion of additional ether will result in ethereal corruption. It's unstable, but I followed the old Bajan techniques to the letter. We unearthed a number of tomes in the ruins beneath the southern fronts, one of which pertained up to the fashioning of crystal foci. To ensure the stability of ether held within them, they were said to be coated with a solution made with ethereal siltstone. Where are they now? Then I suppose we'll have to do the same. Good on you, Zala. I'm glad to be help, but there is still the matter of tracking down the tombstone. Naturally, the ruins of Bajja would be a good place to start. I have also heard that in the ancient times, pottery made with ethereal siltstone found its way to lands far and wide. Fortunately, it's all but disappeared from circulation in today's markets. In that case, whoever brought those pots back in the day might have left some lying around, maybe even in the ruins of their own. Boy, if we were to free relics with the ethereal siltstone, reckon you could look up a coating resistance weapon? It could be possible. Anything is possible. Zlatan. Find more things. The resistance remembers. Do 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 do. Excuse me? Okay. Oh yeah, I need to do this. Waiting for Gyodo. Glide, there is something I want to discuss. Wait here while I gather the others. Palace of the Dead? Our joint efforts have borne fruit, and more Namazu come from Yangsha to join us every day. We are surely nearly 777% participants by now. Yes, though I admit I lost track of the 9. I only have so many fins and whiskers to count with, you know? Alas, my sleep remains troubled. Restless every night I dream of nothing but the big one. My, is the big one so unsatisfied with our offerings? I wish I knew. Perhaps an offering in and out in and of itself does not a festival make. If we had the wrong idea, then we will die in 7 years. 7 years. Please at least feign distress over our plight. Goshen's observed night terrors notwithstanding, he is right in that an offering does not constitute a festival. The addition of a ceremony with more cultural aspects would not go amiss. True, primitive festivals were not particularly artistic endeavors, but from their base origins did they evolve. Prayer transformed to divination, and ritual to spectacle. Thus did the shaman before ever more significant to society, and come to wield power similar to that of a chieftain or king. And these chief shamans in turn imbued festivals with yet more ostentation, the better to catch the public eye, you see? Ceremonial accoutrements became ever more elaborate, with the scale of the events expanded exponentially. This series of escalations culminated in the development of extravagant festival processions. Huh? Summarizing your suggestion briefly, 3 sentences or less. Per the chrysanthemum and the dango, some festivals in Hingashi are known for their parades. These parades involve carrying objects called mikoshi. We should attempt to imitate them. See, you can do it if we try. If you expend the effort, now do that from the start next time. True. So glad. You recall I am portable? Yes. I must away to Gugane to see a mikoshi and its construction firsthand. Go ahead and stuff me in your bag, if you please. Okay. That bag is most full of sharp objects and quite cluttered. I can hardly believe I escaped that rubbish-packed purgatory alive. Hey. I did not intend to say that out loud. No. What I meant was thank you. Yes, of course. So this is Gugane, the vivid colors, the brilliant hues. My artistic soul is all... Okay. Oh yeah, Namazu bastard. Might be lovely to see you here. Now prepare for a beating. I thought you'd run off with the money, did you? Well, you won't be running nowhere when I'm through with you. But wait, who are you and why are you so yelling? Oh, it's the other guy. Go playing silly bugger with me. You owe me for a ship. If I ain't seeing no coin from you, I'll take it out your hide. That's the other catfish. Yeah, this here's Yoshin, not the swindler Gyodo. Well, blown me down in my mistake, little fish fella. I'm just relieved that this was resolved without beaten. I would much prefer to view the Mikoshi with my hide intact. Yes. You're interested in Mikoshi and Namazu after my own heart. They might not have heard, but it's shipwrights like us would build Mikoshi here in Gugane. I'd hate to leave you with a bad impression, so how about I teach you what I know by way of apology? I would be most delighted, very pleased. Just ahead on over to the old Afunakura then, and I'll show you everything there is to know. Mikoshi, Mikoshi. What? My bag is fine. How do you do this? Is this actually just better? Oh, I can't. Yes, yes, our work is complete. A magnificent Mikoshi, fit for the big one. Shining at the top is our greatest grandshire. As I saw him in my vision, I included several deeply significant, most meaningful bells to emphasize his importance. I also added Cloud's breath to the shrine so that it will float atop the shoulders of even the roundest individuals. Yes, yes. It's time to begin the parade, but we will not start without you. Oh, no. We will commence once you are ready. When you tell me you are prepared. Beep doop doop boop beep boop. You ready? Washoy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The heck? Guide the bearers around the festival grounds and make sure to cheer Washo as loud as you can in front of the onlookers, or sneeze with gusto. I find the effect is quite similar. Yes, yes. I don't know. Whoa, Washoy, Washoy! I want to carry that whatever it is right now, immediately. Okay, this mine is pretty good. Washoy! Working side by side with the Mazu, you have completed the Mikoshi. Now float. Parades honoring the big one are underway. Doop doop boop doop boop doop. Alright, why do they keep doing this? In 7 years, there was fated to be a violent feud between the Mazu factions over the right to use prime fishing spots along the One River. Many would have died. However, carrying the Mikoshi together in frequent parades over the course of 7 years will bring the Namazu closer together, forging unbreakable bonds between clansmen. Change the future. Alright, I'm liking the Namazu more. Doop doop boop doop boop boop doop boop. Spat. Nebula. Patent touch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's it go? Do 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 do. What is this? See? He's doing this. Where is my... Is that this? Passion touch? Patient touch? Okay, it is. Okay. Done this. No. Oh, oh. And now there's these relics. I think that's everything. I wanted to... Beep 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 beep. What is he doing? What do I want to do? I want to try this. Wait, did this upgrade? Oh, did this? I want to see this place. I want to. I don't want to start it. I want to see what it had, what the quest is. Do 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 do. Here's my thing. don't know what this is. Let me holster that for you. Great Hawk, I don't believe we've met. My name is Kriv. I understand you are familiar with the fruits of my research and memory. As a matter of fact, our quartermasters have told me much of your findings. The front lines. Thanks to said findings, we believe it is now possible to expand the Lost Hold. What is this? Oh, this isn't the next quest? Increase their loss. So where's the next? Oh, I guess I have to do the main story quest. Huh. All right. I think that's it for now. I'm gonna do some Eureka. Is that even what they're called? But yeah, I think that's it for now. I will... what else is there to do? I don't even know. What's the timer's looking like? It's almost reset time. Do, 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 do.